Hola, perrito. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, you're the guard dog. You're quite fierce. You don't seem very fierce. Oh. Anyway, where are we, Lionel? So, third time lucky. Third time I've been up there. Let's see if we can get a bit higher. Got a feeling we're not going to get much further. I'll explain where we are in a minute. Ooh. Is that allowed in here? Don't know. My normal approach is ask for forgiveness rather than seeking for permission. Well, we're at La Catedral. Fundación Monástica. Now, I'll explain what La Catedral is in a moment. We're in the Valle de la Miel, the Valley of Honey. Very beautiful area. A little bit cloudy today, but better than yesterday when I came and it was pouring with rain. I had to turn around, and the first time I came I got almost to the top. And it started raining at the top and I just went down. The old jail was built by full stories. Okay, so we're on the Pablo Escobar trail. Pablo, the infamous, he was decent to his mother, gangster. He was decent to a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people loved him. He was a bit of a sort of. I'm sure you know all about Don Pablo, but he sort of played the Robin Hood character. Kind of got away with it. Anyway, so La Catedral, amusingly, is actually the private prison that Don Pablo built for himself. I mean, the more stories you hear about Escobar, at some point you think, bullshit, that can't be true. And it turns out to be true. So, he, in an attempt to mollify the government that he'd been terrorizing, but not to get extradited to the US, definitely looks like it's about to rain again, he made this deal that he would build his own prison and incarcerate himself there for 5 years. I mean, as I said, you can't really make this up. So he built his own prison, chose a very beautiful spot for it. I mean, I use the word prison loosely. It was also known as Club Medellin. It had tennis courts, football pitches, and, if Wikipedia is to be believed, a giant doll's house. Probably true, but kind of weird. It was also, the prison guards, in inverted commas, were his own men. However, I also read in Wikipedia, so he did incarcerate, he was supposed to go in for 5 years. After a year, he was apparently torturing and murdering some of his own men there. Yeah, not quite as cuddly as he looked. And that was it. They said that this charade has got to end. And he needs to get to the proper prison, at which point he went on the run. So anyway, that's Don Pablo. I mean, I'm not really into Pablo Escobar tourism. It's just that it's a very good bike climb. That's why I came here. I didn't know it was his place. It's a killer 11% 6k climb up from Envigado. Always seems to be awful weather. Valle de la Lluvia, the Valley of Rain, if you ask me. It's a bit damp and foggy, but it's very pretty. There's very little traffic. Normally a few cyclists, a bit quiet today, Monday after Semana Santa, Holy Week. So they have a whole week off, and it's basically just everything's closed. It's all quiet everywhere, which I don't like. Quiet's not good in Medellin. You want busy, you want people around. I always feel a little bit nervy when there's no one around. But I mean, I have to say, Medellin is my favourite Latin city by far. And one of the best cycling cities in the world, I have to say. You know, the network of The network, hola, the network of cycle lanes is quite something. And the climbs, there's so many good climbs out of Medellin. You know, I've done about 7 or 8. There's still some I haven't done. Found another really good one yesterday. This one's a short one, only 6k, but most of them are around 15, 17k. So yeah, it's great for that. On the negative side, well, you know, in Latin cities, you're just always a bit on edge, always just being careful, because bad stuff happens. I know some people think I'm exaggerating, but they're people who haven't been here. I just give you an example. Until a couple of years ago, it was illegal to have 2 men on a motorbike in Colombian cities, because they would be robbing people. They changed that a few years ago, apparently, but they're now thinking of bringing it back in because crime, funky little car, crime has been rising. So yeah, I'm always wary if I'm on a climb and there are 2 guys on a motorbike. They do rob people for bikes. Yeah, so just being on edge, you know, not on edge, but wary, shall we say, constantly. Which, you know, in Southeast Asia, I'm never wary. I don't even worry about safety and stuff. I go wherever I want to go on my bike. Anyway, so that's Medellin. Last couple of days here, and then I'm heading south towards Manizales in the coffee country. Very beautiful riding through the hills in the coffee producing area of Colombia. Yeah. So, hasta luego, paisanos, parceros.